Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you all? Hello, hello, hello. It's Friday. Yay. And so if you haven't seen, I did yesterday a thing. I actually did all signs a reading on YouTube for March because I was wondering what was March going to herald? What was March bringing us? So make sure that you watch your sun, moon, and rising to get a full picture of March for yourself. And yeah, so those were really, really great readings. I felt like we got some really amazing messages. It just feels like it's time. It's time, guys. It's time for things to go, move, happen. Yeah. So really excited about that. Really having way too much fun with TikTok. So if you haven't jumped over to TikTok universe, I'm going to be honest with you. When it first came out, I was like, no. I don't need one more social media. I don't need one more thing to distract me. I don't need it. And then I started seeing like the reels on Instagram, and I started seeing the reels on Facebook, and they were kind of interesting. And if you don't go down the rabbit hole, if you manage it like you manage everything else, it's okay. Like everything in moderation is okay. You know, my cookies in moderation are okay. My sleeping in moderation, my napping in moderation is okay. Like everything in moderation is okay. So I went down the rabbit hole and I started TikTok, and now it's like, I have a place for all of those like pieces of communication I get from spirit that I don't know where else to put it, because it's snippets. It's like a message here and a message there. And sometimes I feel like that message is very personal. It's for myself, but then these messages sometimes come in and I'm like, well, that's not really for me. I don't know who it's for. So I'm going to be using TikTok for many different things. I think I've been doing like a light workers chat, because as light workers, we need our own support. So I do the Soul Warrior reading on YouTube. I come on here every day for all of us. And so TikTok, there's going to be little snippets of things that also come through. So I don't know. It's just, so for all of you who are going, I thought she hated TikTok, or she never really, I know. I changed my mind. And I'm having a lot more fun with it. And to be honest with you, it's way user friendly. I can, it's allowing me to, post on all the social media platforms very easily. Like, I don't know, it's changing my life. So, I'm really enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying it. Please let me know what you think. And for those of you who are going, you told me you weren't going to do TikTok. You didn't like TikTok. I know. Because I was being judgmental and I wasn't giving it a chance. I was being critical. Yeah. So I have opened my energy and I'm enjoying it. And again, it is giving me that place of, I can just do those quick, okay, that message needs to come through, or, that somebody needs that message today. So if you've not joined TikTok, I am on TikTok. If you've not checked out my YouTube, please do that, because there's a lot there that isn't really anywhere else, because I can do the longer videos on YouTube and I can talk about things on YouTube. So yes, check it out. So it's like TikTok is for the short snippets of things. YouTube allows me to expand on things, and Facebook allows me to be in communication with you guys and hear from you and interact with you. And so it's, I don't know, this year, wow, it's really like, boom, opening up. And I love it. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Amy. Hey, Dorothy, welcome. Let me know how you're doing, guys. Let me know how you're doing. So feel free to, tell me about yourself in the chat box. Really, yeah, I love interacting with you guys. I love the feedback. You're my tribe. You're my peeps. And I'm really enjoying that. So yesterday I had I knew it was early. I mean, we're not even halfway through February, and I was getting the nudge from Spirit to put up March. So whoever's going through it and needs February to be gone, the March readings are up. So definitely take a look at that if you're really feeling like February is not panning out. And remember, we're not even halfway through. We're not even halfway through. So take a deep breath and know that everything is really going in a positive direction. Things are working out, even if it doesn't feel like it. Because sometimes, not sometimes, every time, all the time, we don't know what is being, the energy is building. We don't know what is coming. All we can do is surrender. Do what we can do in the moment and surrender the rest. Oh, Amy, I'm so sorry, honey. And sending you lots of love. I saw that today, so I'm sending you lots of love. Good morning, Vicky from Orlando. Enjoy that sunshine. So yes, so just know that whatever you're feeling, surrendering is the way to get through it. Let go of the how and the when. Just know that the universe is joining up the dots, putting in your vortex the manifestation of the things that you're desiring, you're wanting, you're intending. And then we just have to do our part by staying in the high vibrational frequency. So if you're having a hard time because you're going through grief and loss, or you've got some other situations going on, whether it's a loss of a loved one or a fur baby or a relationship or a situation, if you're feeling like you are also buying into a little criticism and judgment, I do that on occasion. I have to be careful. Whatever that lower vibrational frequency is, we have to really get out of that to be able to manifest and bring to us what it is we want. So requesting a most benevolent outcome, getting in gratitude, staying in joy, getting excited. That is what's going to help you manifest what it is you're wanting. All right. So there's an extra message for us today. And also I've got 6 cards. So there's already an extra message. Here we go. Good morning, Charlene. Good morning. Oh, yeah, there it is. Because we got to nurture ourselves. We got to love ourselves. We got to nurture our goals. We got to nurture our dreams, taking one step at a time, but really also taking care of ourselves, getting enough sleep, getting enough rest, getting enough good food, getting enough exercise, getting enough, filling up our cup. All right. So whatever it is that fills up your cup, making sure you're taking time to do it. I've been reading Harry Potter because every year I reread 1 through 7, and every year I discover something new. Every year something new resonates with me because I am different coming to the story every year. So nurture yourself in any way that you need to today in this weekend. Set your intention for the weekend to have a most benevolent outcome for your weekend. Nurture yourself in a way that you love yourself unconditionally. And you're not going to take anybody's crap. You're not going to take anybody's baloney. It's about saying no and setting that boundary and saying, I'm doing that because I love myself so much. I'm not taking that on. Not mine. Thank you. You can take it over there. If you can't deal with it, if you can't transform it, if you can't handle it, I'm out. Nurture yourself. Love yourself so much you can't do anything else but what feels good. But what feels good. Yeah, because you're moving on. You're moving away from what doesn't serve you. You're moving on from what doesn't feel good. You're moving on from all the crap that's been piled on top of you. It's time. It's time to move away from what doesn't serve you, who's trying to dump on you, who's trying to blame you, whatever is going on that just doesn't feel good. Loving myself so much, I'm not in that energy anymore. Loving myself so much, I'm walking away. And I feel like this is a really timely message because in these energies in the next few months, you are going to have people showing back up. You're going to have situations showing back up. You're going to have feelings showing back up, but they're to be released. They're not to buy back into. They're not to step back onto. You're moving away from them. You're loving yourself so much that you're recognizing, wow, I wish I had seen this clearly before. I wouldn't have been in it that long. You're loving yourself that much. You're moving on because you're now taking the lead in your own life. You're becoming your own leader. You're only putting your time and energy in the things that fire you up, in the things that feel good, in the things that you want to put your time and energy into. It is time to take the lead in your own life. Yeah, Amy. We all deserve that. Peace and serenity. That's what it's all about. And if you've got someone coming in trying to encroach on your peace and serenity, if you've got someone coming in trying to steal your happiness and your joy, move on. If the person, situation, relationship, family, friend, partner, coworker, whoever isn't loving you and bringing you peace, let them go. If they're to be in your life, they will figure it out and come back. And if they don't, you gave to them what you could. And for many of us, what we do is we plant seeds in people. We give them the seed of the new idea or the seed of a different way of doing things. Whether they pick up that seed or not, whether they grow that seed, germinate that seed, blossom that seed, that's on them. But you've got to love yourself so much that whatever they're doing is on them. They need to take responsibility for their own selves. You need to take the lead in your life. Hello, Anne. Yeah, anybody who's trying to steal your thunder, got to go. Not today. Because it's time to open your heart. It's time to love again. It's time to love unconditionally. And you can only love unconditionally to others when you first love unconditionally to yourself. So it's time to love unconditionally to yourself. Not today. So it's time to open your heart. It's time to love yourself. It's time to say, I got this. I'm taking the lead in my situation. I'm going to start that new job. I'm scared to death, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to start that new company. I'm going to start that new job. I feel like, you want to create something, and I'm going to start it. I've started creating something. I've actually, not going to talk about it yet, but I've started creating something, and I'm taking Tuesdays for that day of the week in the afternoon to be my day to work on it. So yes, it's going to be step by step. It's going to be one increment at a time. I'm not doing it in a way that it overwhelms me. I'm not doing it in a way that I'm going to walk away from it or put it down because I'm not able to do other things or have time and energy for other things. Take the lead. Do what you need to do. I'm sorry, Mandy. Watch the replay, honey. Watch the replay. Do what you need to do that feels good, where your love is radiating out from within because you're loving yourself so much that everyone around you can only do loving of you. It's all they can do because you're loving yourself so much. And those that can't, let them go and figure their stuff out. Yeah, because it is time. It is time to feel pleasure. It is time to get into creativity. It is time to get that sacral chakra going. So I'm actually going to get Kate Spencer, the Light and Soul Oracle. I absolutely love her. She did a tarot deck, Oracle tarot deck based on the traditional tarot, but she did what John Holland did in his psychic tarot deck. She included the chakra cards. So I'm actually going to go to her book because I love how she wrote about the chakras. So this is from the Light and Soul Oracle by Kate Spencer. As I'm using the Psychic Tarot for the Heart by John Holland. All right, so here we go. Sacral. This sacral chakra is located about 2 fingers below your navel. It relates to emotions, desires, creativity, and sexuality. Physical movements such as dancing and yoga can help to keep the energy flowing in this energy center and can help to keep the gifts of passion and masculine and feminine balance in your life as a result. Know that as a human, you have access to the full range of human emotions. So often we are programmed as children not to allow ourselves to experience so-called negative emotions, such as anger and resentment. We know now that these emotions hold vibrational energy that is detrimental to health, well-being, and progress if not processed and released. Allow yourself to work with your emotions through the energy of this chakra and let them flow when they need to. Journaling may be helpful when emotions surface that you want to process. Sometimes by externalizing your feelings, we can make more sense of them and see where there are wounds that need healing. You may also find that you have been carrying some programming about how you should deal with emotions. Remember that previous generations may not have encouraged us to empower ourselves and heal through what we feel. When this chakra is in balance, you can more easily connect with creative flow, joy, and passion. Imbalance and blockages may result in sexual issues, addiction, repressed emotions and resulting issues, masculine and feminine issues in self and relationships, anger. You got to process it. You got to transform it. Energy cannot be destroyed. You have to do something with it. So when you're holding on to those negative emotions, they're eating you alive from the inside, and it's time to get them out. I love it. Because it is time for opportunity to beckon. It is time for you to come into your power through opportunity. And you can't do that if you're holding on to the old emotions, if you're holding on to pain and anger. You can't get into joy. You can't get into drawing to you that which you want. You can't get into manifesting. So these opportunities that are coming, they're for you, and it is time, but you can't get there if you're holding on to the old, if you're holding on to the resentment and the anger and the pain. It's time to let it go. It's time to transform it. And anybody around you that is holding on to the anger and the pain and the resentment of the past, they can't be a beneficial partner to you. They can't be beneficial in your life unless they do the work to heal themselves. It's time. It's time. Time to do the work. It's time to move on. It's time to have the joy. It's time to manifest what you do want. It is time. All right. Let's get some advice to go with this. Yes, it's time to get honest. It's time to get honest and communicate. So it's time to get honest with yourself. So that journaling exercise that she talks about to get out how you're feeling, because sometimes until we write it down or we start writing about it, we don't even recognize what we're actually feeling. So it's time to get very clear with yourself about how you're feeling. And honestly, it's about getting very clear with the people around you, how they're feeling, how you're feeling. It's time to communicate in a way that's from the heart, that is beneficial to love yourself. And that way you can have that loving communication, that loving relationship. But if you're not communicating from your heart space, you're communicating from your head space, that's fear. That's your ego. That is only going to keep the conflict going, because they're going to feel the fear coming at them, and it's going to butt them up. It's going to step them back and need them to want to come towards you and get their point across and get their whatever they need from you. Deep breath. Ground. Connect into yourself. Connect into the earth, where then you can honestly communicate from your heart. That's when you can do the true healing of yourself, the true healing of the relationship. Doesn't mean you're getting back together. It doesn't mean you're healing in a way that's going to allow you to come together, but it is going to allow you to heal whatever happened in that situation, so that next time you don't have that pattern repeat in a relationship. Good morning, Darlene. Good morning, Jessica. Because this is all about you. We can only transform ourselves. We can only affect and change ourselves. When we affect and change our internal, our external will reflect it. So the people around you will reflect your internal happiness. They'll reflect your internal respect for yourself. They'll reflect your internal desire to only be in joy and contentment and peace. But we have to get right inside before we can get the outside right for ourselves. Because all you can do for other people is plant the seed. You can't change them. You can't fix them. You can't love them so much they magically transform. I wish we could. Trust me. Because I've tried that. I've tried loving someone so hard that they would fix themselves. It didn't work. Nope. Wish it did. I wish it did, but it didn't. All you can do is change yourself, heal yourself. And then the situations, the people around you will change to be beneficial. And yes, there will be some losses that will hurt. Some people that just can't do the changing with you, can't step up to the plate with you. They're not ready, and you have to love them and let them go and pray for them. That's all you can do. And that will make a difference. That will make a difference. Your sending positive energy into their energetic field will make a difference. We call it prayer, but that's what you're doing. If you need help with this, if you need help transforming your own energy, doing your own healing, integrative energy therapy, that is what I would recommend. Let me facilitate the healing from the archangels, from the higher vibrational frequencies that will come in and transmute the energies that you're holding on to that are just holding you down. The pain, the grief, the criticism, the judgment, the unworthiness, the despair, the anger, the resentment, the betrayal, the threat, whatever is holding you back, whatever's holding you down. That's what the IET does. And if you need more on that, go to guidance311.com and hit the IET button on the top of the page, because at the bottom of that page are actual testimonials of people who have worked with me. And there's more on my Facebook page. If you just scroll down, you'll see that there are many testimonials of people who've been working with me, beautiful souls who I truly appreciate sending me their words of encouragement for what they have experienced through the IET, working with the high vibrational frequencies of the archangels, transmuting those negative energies, those lower frequencies that are holding them stuck in patterns, in situations that just don't feel good anymore. Oh, thank you, Vicki. Yeah, it's been transformative. Being a practitioner, being a receiver, it's been transformative. So that's what I'm here to do, help you in whatever way you need. And the IET is a huge part of your connection to your team of guides, angels, and ascended masters, because when you heal those lower vibrational frequencies, it raises you up and it gets you closer in connection to them, so that when you meditate or when you intentionally connect, it's an easier connection. It's a closer connection. Good morning, Shirley. And for many of you, you'll start receiving messages without even intending to. It'll open you up, because we're all biologically predisposed to be in connection with spirit. And when you heal yourself, you're in closer connection with spirit. So that's what I've got for you today, guys. I'm going to leave it right there. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon.